Sitka's Aerolite Collection is really its most advanced foray into insulated products. I'm John Barklow, and I'm the Senior Product Manager of Hunting at Sitka Gear. We partnered with PrimaLoft, and we came up with what we're calling the Aerolite Collection. So Sitka's Aerolite Collection is really its most advanced foray into insulated products. The way we do that is with PrimaLoft Gold cross-core with aerogel technology, which is a mouthful, but really what it means is using air, which is the best insulator that we know, to create warmth without bulk. And the cross-core insulation is 95% air. And so what that allows you to do is keep insulation, keep warmth without a lot of loft that limits range of motion. And this aerogel is actually even used in spacesuits with NASA because of the warmth to limited bulk. So the final step we took is to take that PrimaLoft insulation and armor it up with 2-layer Gore-Tex, which really now protects you from the most gnarly conditions that Mother Nature can dish out. So when the snow starts to fly and the mercury really begins to plummet below zero, the blizzard is the one that I reach to really protect me when I'm outdoors on these late season hunts. This is the most protective insulated garment for the big game hunter that Sitka makes. So we took this great PrimaLoft insulation and we armored it up with a 2-layer Gore-Tex. And that's really critical for a piece like the blizzard. One, it's going to keep you dry. Two, it's going to block wind. And both those things are going to rob your heat. But also it's very lightweight and it breathes. So when you're wearing this product in a very dynamic environment, you may need to move really quick to get to a glassing knob, to get a shot, whatever the case may be. And you want to make sure that this garment can manage that moisture and let that moisture out. So that's why we chose a 2-layer Gore-Tex shell. But it wasn't just good enough to select great ingredients. We needed to build this in a great product form. So what we wanted to do is make the jacket more in a parka length. So this is going to kind of come down to your mid-thigh. We wanted to make the bib a bib pant. And what that does is it allows you to have an overlap with the bib and the jacket. So when you are sitting down, be it on a machine or a glassing knob, you're not going to get cold wind blowing up your back. We also wanted to make sure that there were a lot of features because you're going to be living in this product. In this cold weather environment, you're going to have this on probably all day while you're outdoors. So we wanted to make sure that there were plenty of pockets for you to store things. So we went so far is to put mesh pockets on the inside of the Gore-Tex jacket. And what that allows you to do is take beanies or gloves and put them in here to dry. Now, the reason this works is because of the insulation and the breathability of the Gore-Tex. It allows your body heat to push moisture out that allows these things to dry. This is a small but really important detail when you're out battling the cold weather. On the end of the sleeves, they're sealed, but they also have a little fleece glove or half glove so that when you are glassing into the wind, when you are riding that machine, you're not getting cold air that's blowing up your sleeve and again chilling you. We wanted to make sure that the hood was big enough that you could pull the hood over any other headwear you have and really seek refuge from the environment. On the bibs, you have thigh pockets, so real easy in and out. Most of the time you're going to be wearing gloves when you're wearing a blizzard, so you want easy access to stuff things in and pull things out. You also want to have full side leg zips. So this allows you to not only take them on and off over boots and not have to remove boots, but it allows you to also zip down from the front and you can simply just dump heat if you have to when you're moving. So really wanted to make sure that the blizzard was built for really dynamic cold weather conditions that you often find when you're outdoors. So the blizzard parka and the blizzard bib pant are the cornerstone of the system for the big game hunter. But we also wanted to make sure that we kept your head and your hands warm. You could be completely covered up in the blizzard system, but if you don't insulate your head, all the heat's going to escape out the top, just like a chimney. So we built the blizzard beanie, which is a windstopper beanie with 2 layers of very thick plush fleece, very comfortable, but when you put that on, that's going to keep all the heat inside the system to keep you warm and focused. We also have a neck gaiter, which keeps the wind off your neck. So a lot of times if you're covered up but the wind's blowing your neck, you're still going to be chilled. And these little details matter when the weather's really cold. And finally, we have the Stormfront glove. Now the Stormfront glove is a Gore-Tex glove. It's going to allow you to put your hand in water if need be. It's going to protect you from things like frostbite, but it has a removable fleece liner, and what this liner does is it gives you versatility in the system. So you can run the Stormfront shell by itself, you can run the Stormfront shell with a liner glove, or you can run the Stormfront glove with the fleece liner. And this combination gives a lot of versatility for, again, very dynamic conditions that you encounter in winter weather. So no matter the pursuit or activity, the hunter gets cold the same way. And so we wanted to take the DNA that we applied to the Blizzard and bring that to the waterfowl hunter in the form of the Boreal. So the Boreal jacket and bib pant, like the Blizzard, share the same PrimaLoft insulation and 2-layer Gore-Tex shell. But the Boreal system is really built with the waterfowl hunter in mind. So this is going to be this system that you pick when the snow's flying, the temperatures are really plummeting, you're going to go lay in that frozen goose field in Montana. The Boreal has the features that you need to have a good time while you're out there. It has a water sealing cuff at the end of the sleeve, so that's going to allow you, if you're putting your hand in water, putting out deeks, recovering ducks, whatever the case may be, that water's not going to travel up your sleeve. It's also got a internal fleece kind of half glove that's going to keep your hand warm, and even if it does get a little damp, it's going to dry quickly with body heat. It's got a fully featured hood, so that's going to allow you to pull that up over whatever headwear you have and really let the weather blow around you and not into the hood. That's going to keep you focused and hunting longer. It's got a place that you can attach calls. It's also got a magnetic call pocket where you can stash those calls. It's also got high hand pockets, and so these high hand pockets allow you to stand around with your hands in these pockets, and if any kind of precipitation is falling, say a light snow or even a little rain, that the water's going to run down and out of your off your elbows and not into your pockets, getting your hands or the pockets wet. It's got two big dump pockets that are reinforced inside, and so these dump pockets are going to be big enough you can shove a box of shells in there, and that reinforcement is going to allow you to use this for years and years and years and not wear these pockets out. And it's those little details that make this the premium waterfowl piece for cold weather. We've also reinforced the back of the jacket, so when you're laying in that layout blind, you're not going to wear out the jacket prematurely. Now we've carried through that reinforcement onto the bibs so that when you are in that layout blind, when you are in those cut cornfields, that you're not going to wear the back of the bib pant out. So the bib pant has suspenders. It also has really big cargo pockets right on front so that easy access, you can shove a glove, you can stick a call. We want to make sure that when you're wearing this, you're already battling the elements. You don't need to be battling the gear. And so we want to have lots of pockets for you to be able to store things and easily access them. We also have full side zips on the Boreal bib pant. That's going to allow you to go and set your deeks, and while you're generating a lot of heat, maybe you don't need the bib, but as soon as you get ready to climb in that blind, you can just unzip the leg zips, pull these on, you don't have to take your boots off, and then that zipper is also going to allow you to dump some heat if you need to regulate your temperature. So we really tried to think through all the specific features that late season waterfowl hunter struggles with, again, to be comfortable, to stay focused, and spend time in the field. In addition to the Boreal jacket and bib pant, we wanted to make sure that we offered the waterfowl hunter a full line of accessories to keep your hands and your head warm, understanding that the best waterfowl hunting goes late into winter. We've got a Gore-Tex insulated Hudson hat that's got some nice features. It's got ear flaps, and it's also got a mapped hearing port to allow you to hear those birds as they're coming in, and a brim on the front that keeps snow off your face, off your calls, and allows you to see without having your vision obstructed by the weather. We've got a neck gaiter that again has this really nice plush fleece on the inside. A lot of times if your neck is exposed, even though everything else is insulated, that can distract you and make you cold. And then finally, this might be one of my favorite pieces, but this is the Hudson hand muff. This is a windstopper muff that's insulated. It goes around your waist. It allows you to put your hands in here. Even in really cold weather, you can either use no gloves or just light thin liner gloves. It'll keep your hands warm. It'll allow you to call without having to put a glove on your hand. And this is a really nice feature. It's got a zippered pocket on the front. You can drop your phone in. So we wanted to make sure that we rounded out the Boreal system with a full line of accessories for that late season waterfowl hunter. Last in the extreme cold weather Aerolite lineup is the Incinerator. Now the Incinerator jacket shares the same PrimaLoft insulation as a Boreal and the Blizzard and the same 2-layer Gore-Tex face, but we brought a lot of specialized features to the Incinerator for that late season whitetail hunter. With the whitetailer in mind and the close encounters that often happen, we wanted to make sure that the Incinerator was quiet enough for that pursuit. So this 2-layer Gore-Tex has a brushed face on it, and it's very soft and it's very quiet for those close-in whitetail encounters. We wanted to make sure that we had easy access. So when you climb up in the tree, you've got your harness on, you have easy access to all the kits you need. Right here on the front of the jacket is a grunt tube pocket and a rangefinder pocket. That's going to allow you to easily access those tools without having to make a lot of motion and potentially scare a deer away. The other thing is the hood. We wanted to make sure that the hood provided good peripheral vision. So if you're in the stand, you're weathering a long day, you want to make sure that if a deer's coming from your side, that we sculpted the hood back to allow you to see and not feel isolated from the hunt. On the back, because this jacket is often worn on the very outside and your harness is inside, we wanted to make sure for your safety that we provided a safety pass-through port that allows you to run the lanyard out and connect to the tree so you never have to disconnect from the safety lanyard. The other thing is the Incinerator is very compressible, it's very packable, and so you might not be wearing this to the stand because the conditions would have to be extremely cold for you to wear this Incinerator jacket to the stand. We wanted to make sure that we gave you a compression strap so that you can simply roll this up, compress that strap, put it in your pack, walk to your stand without sweating, and then when you get there, you can simply unroll this, put it on, and climb into your tree. The Incinerator bib is a true bib, and what that allows is a doubling up of insulation in the core, understanding that whitetail hunting is the most static of the 3 pursuits where you're spending hours and hours in a tree stand in cold weather. We wanted to make sure that if you're wearing the bib and the jacket, that extra insulation is keeping your core warm, which is critically important. We also built some interesting articulation into the Incinerator bib for that whitetail hunter, understanding we're going to be sitting for those long hours. We didn't want that bend in the knee to compress insulation and cause a cold spot. In the same vein, we wanted to make sure that we had easily accessible pockets in the sitting position and built extra volume in so that when you stuffed something in here, it didn't cause a pressure point that was either uncomfortable or again caused a cold spot. There's all kinds of pocketing on the Incinerator bib. There's grunt tube pockets, there's zippered hand pockets all over, again, allowing you to customize the system to meet your whitetail pursuits. Another feature to the Incinerator bib is the full side zips on both sides, which allow you to easily put the bib on when you're in a tree stand and you're on that small platform, and also to ventilate if you're walking to the tree stand to not overheat. So the Incinerator jacket and bib are definitely going to keep you warm in the late seasons while whitetail hunting. But the thing that's going to drive most people out of the stand is cold hands. And so we wanted to make sure that we had some accessories to take care of that whitetail hunter, to make sure that he had good articulation, that he could manipulate optics, he could manipulate weapon systems. And so for the late season gun hunter, we have the Incinerator flip mitt that allows you to pull the mitt back and have access to fingers with a little fleece glove so you could work a trigger, you could work rangefinder, binoculars, things like that. For the archery hunter or the gun hunter, we've got the Incinerator hand muff. So this is one of my favorite pieces. Again, it's got a small pocket inside. You can put chemical hand warmers. You can run thin fleece gloves in really cold temps. I've even gotten away with no glove on so I can manipulate the release. I just put it around my waist. It's got a nice insulated pocket here for your phone. This is a really great feature. The neck gaiter is a very nice plush fleece. So again, a lot of times what makes me chilled is if my neck's exposed and the wind's blowing at the back of my neck, it's going to make my whole body feel cold. And something as simple as this neck gaiter is going to keep me on stand and focused. And finally, the Incinerator Gore-Tex hat is one of my favorites. This is a hat that's going to protect me from precipitation like snow, a light rain. It's got a really nice plush fleece on the inside again, so it's very comfortable. I really like these ear flaps to protect my ears, but it's got this body mapped ear port so you can hear those bucks if they're coming through the leaves or coming through the snow to your left or right. And the brim on the front is going to keep snow off my nose, off my glasses, keep my vision unobstructed so that I can shoot accurately. So the Incinerator system is really specifically built for that late season whitetail hunter and keeping you on stand to hopefully give you more success. The reason we design the gear the way we do is because at Sitka we value experiences, and we feel the Blizzard, the Boreal, and the Incinerator systems are going to allow you to enjoy those experiences in the late season and find more success.